Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm so excited because it is time for, I saw it on Pinterest, and this is episode number 4. So let's jump right in and get started. Today I am going to make something similar to this tag or journal card that I found on Pinterest, and it goes back to clockworkhairblogspot.com, and it looks like that it was posted somewhere around 2016. So we're going to do this. It has a lot of Tim Holtz stuff in it, and I had a lot of the stuff, but I am going to change it up somewhat because I am actually doing a sewing journal, and I want to kind of adapt it to what I'm doing. The sewing journal that I'm going to do, all the pieces are going to be in the journal are going to be shaped like a tag. And so I'm going to make the one we're going to make today shaped to fit, what I'm going to do for the journal. And I'm going to set my iPad over here to the side so I can use it as a reference as we're going along. And I do see one thing that I forgot that is within arm's reach. Okay, so I gathered up everything that I wanted to use, and we're gonna see if we can't put this tag together. This is a piece of Tim Holtz paper, and what I did is I cut it, I folded it and then cut it a little bit bigger than my tags are going to be on the inside. This whole journal, the tags are going to be shaped, or the pages are going to be shaped like tags. So it will, flip like a regular journal, but I just thought it'd be interesting to make it all look like tags. And I'm even considering maybe doing it in a accordion style, but I haven't gotten that far along yet. So I just folded it in half so it'd be double the thickness, and then cut it like a tag. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue that together, just so it has some extra strength. And I may even have to put, if I decide that this is going to be the cover, which I may, then I may have to put even another piece on it to make it, a little bit more sturdy than just the double cardstock. But like I said, I've got the tags cut, but other than that, I've not really got that far along in this one. Alright, so hope everybody's having a good week so far. Mine has been okay so far. Alright, so that's what we're going to start with. And you can see in the reference photo, get it to come back up here, she used quite a dark background, and so that's something, that I've adapted to what I'm doing, because the colors that I'm using in mine are quite a bit paler, and so I didn't want that really dark on mine. So I went with this particular paper for the base. So, and I'm going to try to stay, as true as I can, and still adapt it to what I need for my journal. And I had to use, what I had, because my goal is on this is to use things that I have in my stash without having to purchase anything. So that's kind of what we're going for. And yes, I still hate these reinforcers with the little dots on the inside. Okay. So here's our base, and that is really crooked. My little angle here. I don't know what I did on that. It's like it's got a little, had a little squiggle in it. Okay. Get this inked really quick. I'm going to try to go through this one fairly quick, so I'm not keeping you forever today. I thought I was filming my Marguerite Miller challenge the other day, and apparently a phone call or something came in while I was doing it, and so I lost that video. But when I do the one for this week, I will show you last week's as well. And it is posted on my Instagram if you want to see what I ended up doing. Apologize for that. Sometimes it happens and you just don't know it. My camera sets, up above my head, and so I can't see it when it cuts off like that, and it doesn't make any noise, and so sometimes it happens and you don't even realize it. Alright, so she has a really narrow pocket. Let's see, how do I want to lay this out? Okay, obviously I did not have the same form that she did. So this is a stamp that I had, and I just stamped it with some espresso ink and cut it out. And it's stamped on craft paper. And also did not have the burlap stamp that was used, and so I improvised with another stamp that I had that kind of looks like burlap to me, and it's actually stamped on an old aged index card. So because I thought the background color went well with this tag. All right, so let's see. Okay, and then there is this. She has a piece of the measuring tape ribbon that goes all the way across the bottom, and I don't have that. I have this little bitty piece, and I have this big piece, but I would like to reserve this big piece to put at the top, as part of the tab, and I won't have enough, so I'm going to use this baseboard piece, but I'm going to take it apart so it's not so thick. And I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but if you have these baseboard pieces and you don't want them to have so much bulk, you can peel these back parts off and make them so that they don't cause as much bulk. And that's what I'm going to do in this instance. And then I'm going to put that right there. Now, because I'm not making as big of tag as she did, then I'm okay with that not going all the way across the bottom, because I'm going to have to bring my form down anyway in order to get everything where I want it. So, it doesn't bother me that it's not going to travel all the way across the bottom. And my form has got to be on this side because it's facing, I don't want it facing out. So I'm changing the side of my form. Now, let me ink this little pocket. So when we glue this pocket down, and actually what I want to do probably first is sew on the buttons. Cut it to size here. And this is really, like I said, old. old index card, and I'm hoping it's going to be strong enough. I'm looking for my pencil, which has disappeared. I just want to put a little mark there. Okay. I'm hoping that it's going to be strong enough for the pocket. There's not going to be a whole lot in the pocket as far as weight and that kind of thing. All right, let's see where I want to put it. Okay, so if I go right under that, and actually I'm not going to sew through the buttons because I don't think this card will hold it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thread through the buttons to make them look like they're sewn, but I'm not going to actually sew them. Yeah. Okay. So there's our pocket. And then we're going to put this piece down here at the bottom. And it still does have a little bit of bulk to it, but it's not too bad. And actually, I might like to put a little piece of cheesecloth behind that. Do I have some of that within reach? Maybe. See if I can scoop my tray over here without my little Broly card over here without dumping it over. Let's cut a little piece of that. Okay. Yep, I like the idea of that. Okay, so we're going to put this down first. Try not to get it all over me. Then we're going to put this down. And then we're going to put this down. Oh, and I probably should not have put glue on the top of that if I want to put something in my pocket, huh? Okay. All right. Now, let's figure out what we're going to do. Oh, I didn't leave enough room. Can I get that up? If I hurry. Yep. I didn't leave enough room for my buttons, guys. over here and this one over here. I'm gonna see if I can get this old string out of here. Should have done that already. You won't have to watch me fiddling with it. And I just did 2 random buttons that I had, kind of like they did on theirs. Okay, let me, in this drawer, I do believe, should have, but I can't get that thread through this needle. Not prepared. I'm not prepared, guys. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this or the thicker. This might be thick enough. No, I don't think it will be. All right, so all I'm going to do is give the appearance that these are sewn through the paper. Just gonna go through here a couple of times. And I'm sorry you're having to watch this because I do not sew, and I'm sure it's a sight to watch me trying to do this. Okay, let's do this one real quick. So how's everybody's weather doing? We were not bad today, about 43, but it's coming. I think it's supposed to get down to about 18 tonight, so it's gonna come back for 3 or 4 days. I can't stand the cold weather. Okay. There's that. And I just don't think this string, it might be okay. All right, so let's take the remainder of this. I'm gonna put my top on my ink pad so I don't get ink all over my sweater, which is, I'm surprised I haven't already. All right, so if we put one button here, or one end of the thread here, probably should use Fabri-Tac for this. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Or 3-in-1. And then we want to bring over. I'm going to pull it a little bit tight because, wrong glue, I think it will kind of hang on its own when we hang something on it. Ah. Alright, and trim that off. Alright, now let's glue our buttons on. Wrong glue. And we'll get these in place. And clamp them so that while we're doing something else, they can be drying for a minute. Okay. Now, as far as what we're going to put in the pocket, I have, let's move that out of the way, a couple of vintage thread cards that I thought were cute. One is a Clark's and one is a J&P Coats. So, and these are actual vintage cards, so I'm going to use those. And then I have this Tim Holtz little Men and Boys Clothing advertisement card. Let me ink that up. I have this label that I'm going to hang from the string because they've got like a little calendar, it looks like, hanging, but I needed another red element, so I'm going to use that little label. And then this is going to go at the top. And then I did not have any Scrabble tiles, and so I just cut some letters out of a piece of Tim Holtz paper. It's going to say so, and it is going to go on this Tim Holtz little pattern card here, which is going to mimic this piece here. So I am going to put some mounting squares behind it so that they give the appearance of being Scrabble letters. So I've got these little squares, and we'll put those on the backs to add some dimension to them. Yeah, put them on the right way and they'll actually stick. That one needs to be cut. Save that one. Okay, so that's that part. Actually, we'll go ahead and put those on there. I need to trim that. I got that white too close to the edge. Whoops. Destroy it before I get it made. Okay. Uh-oh. Where'd my W go? All right, we've lost a piece. I'm sure I've dragged it off the table. Okay, we're going to move along, and I'll find it in a minute. All right. Okay, so I did not have very many of my photo booth little pictures left. I did have this one, and I don't know how much she looks like Susie Homemaker, but we're going to put her in there. Need to glue that down. Okay, so that, without the glue, is going to go there. And then we've got this card. It's going to go in. And we've got our little thread card. I'm going to go ahead and do, actually I like the color of this one much better. I may do this one. And then we have, actually I'm going to put her on this side. And then I'm going to make, because I did not have, I don't know if you can see it and how well you can see it, but there's a little pin card right there. It's a Tim Holtz piece, and it's made to hold safety pins. And I did not have one of those because I actually used the one that I had in a tag that I made this weekend. So I've kind of made my own, and we're going to put some of these little pins in there. And again, I did it in red because I wanted to tie my red elements together. And it's just a piece of scrap cardstock, and it's the same on both sides. I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm just going to take some of these little pins and pin through it. I hope. I may have to poke some holes. Yeah, I'm going to have to, or it's going to bend them. Okay. I'm just going to do, about 3 or so, just so I can get some pins in there. You could also do a button card. That'd be real cute if you stuck a button card in there. And I can't make this work. I'm not coordinated enough today. There we go. You're sitting there saying, an hour later, she's got those pins in that card. Really? I say that a lot, really. And my dog's name is Lily. And every time I say really, she looks at me. Her ears perk up and she looks at me because she thinks I'm talking to her. It's funny. All right. There we go. They're not perfectly straight, but we are going for vintage, so I think it works. Actually, I'm going to wrinkle it up a little bit. Kind of looks too new. All right, so that can go in here for another little sewing element and a red element. And then they have this round thing at the top. And then this, what I should have done, I mean, they have fabric, a fabric one, obviously. And what I should have done is cut my, which I can still do that, I think. I'm gonna cut, because it's gonna be covered up, I'm gonna use this slot thing instead, right above the other hole, so that I can put this through there. Still gonna have to trim it down just a tad. I'm just trimming it so it'll fit in that slot. Like that. Oh, that needs inked. It won't show because it's gonna, well, actually it will a little bit. So we're gonna have to really ink this up. Wrinkle it up a little bit. Okay, and we're going to put it through here. Like that. And then I'm going to take our round piece, put it right there, and then she just stapled it. So we're going to take the tiny attacher and we're going to Give it a couple of good staples. All right. And then I think I'm gonna, no, I don't. I'm not. Okay, so this little tag is going to lay on that, and I'm going to use, they have it on with just a regular paper clip, but I'm going to use one of the little tiny clips, Tim Holtz tiny clips, if I can grab one. Okay, and then I don't have a DMC charm, and they've got a paper clip on their piece there, which I don't really see is necessary, so I'm not going to do that either. Now, I do have this, and I do have this. They have theirs tucked in the pocket. Like something like that. That's kind of cute. I like that. All right. So I think I'll address this when I decide how I'm going to finish the other side. I'll address this whole issue and also the top of this. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. And actually, I might cut that off a little bit. That's a little long for my taste there, and I'll save those 2 little bits. All right, so if I find my W, we will be good. If not, it'll say C. No, I'm sure I'll find it. And I have to decide whether I want to put this one. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to save it for somewhere else in the journal. So there you have it. We have our little sewing tag for our sewing journal. So I think that's pretty cute. And that one's fairly easy. So let's look here and compare. I didn't do this flower thing. That's not going to go with what I'm doing, so I didn't do that. But not bad. Not a bad version, I don't think. I might put one more little piece. I'm not sure what that piece is right there, but I like, oh, it's a calendar. So I don't know. I like, though, that it has some, it's skinny and it has some length. And I almost feel like that I need something like that there. So I may find another piece to do that. But other than that, there we go. I think it came out pretty cute. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And hopefully I will be back Thursday with Marguerite Miller. And my camera will operate properly. And we will get it filmed, videoed, and I'll put a picture, I'll find my W here, and I'll put a picture at the end of the video of the finished piece. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it.